Everyone, this is DarkFlare808, and welcome back. This time we're going to be playing some Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I will warn you before we start the game up that this is a game that's very easy to disturb some people. I get disturbed at it sometimes, and I'm a very easily depressed person, so I might get a little emotional, so just forewarning all of you. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Yeah, fun. I'm going to be doing stuff. Stuff with things in places. Alright, let's start.
Got him.
Nice.
Oh, freaking Lord Thick Knights.
Hold on a second, guys. I gotta put it in a full screen. There we go. Alright. I'm not gonna turn it up all the way because I don't feel like having my eardrums blown out. Okay, so we're gonna start a new game. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Shiori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? We used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would just get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel bad. I almost feel better running away.
Like a duck.
However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Shiori catch up to me. I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You make it sound like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Tucker. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean after all, if you want to. Even if you want to. Whatever you say, Shiori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily routine. By the way, Tucker, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. Wrong voice. Alright, time to go the way of Old Yeller. I told you already. I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I'm a lone wolf. Lone wolf. I thought you were gonna hit me. I haven't been looking either. Aw, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? It's like most men, we forget things. I need to get myself a recording. I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Shiori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content with getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. I already do. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'll die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. Say it like I gotta say it in a dick voice. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. And before I forget, guys, I need to stop this real fast. I'm gonna pause it because I need to open up my game files real fast. Just overwrite that old game. Give me a second, guys. I will cut you. I just remembered that this game actually requires you to have the game files open to be able to do certain things. Library. My games. They're mine. You can't have any. Properties. Local files. Browse local files. Okay. Now that I've got that all out of the way, now we can actually maybe get on with this. I'm unprepared. Sorry. Damn you! Love Steam, but Steam hates me. This is taking longer than I wanted to. There we go! Now let's close all this excess BS. Alright, now let's get started! Okay, hold on a second. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna exit full screen and go into a window mode. Alright, holy shit, that goes on forever. I don't like that. Yeah, getting that out of the way. Okay. Oh shit, fuck it. Alright, now let's continue on our way. Our merry, happy ass little ways. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Walking our happy ass to school. Hey, we get there. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. You know, I can't blame the kid. I mean, honestly, when I was going to school, like, motivation is hard to find. But I guess there's some days that motivation finds you, especially when your mother threatens to come to school with you. You don't pull your head out of your ass. Clubs. Oh, I'm not lying either. My grades were so bad one time that my mother actually threatened to come to school with me and sit behind me in a class and literally look over my shoulder as I did my work to make sure I got my work done. That's when I pulled my head out of my ass and I graduated high school with an AB average. Study in school. Don't do drugs. I do not condone the uses of drugs. Okay. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Way to be creative. Way to think outside the box, my friend. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come into the class while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. And I did it in the wrong voice again. I need to read the names. You don't need to wait up for me, if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Shiori. Yeah. I love how she says this. She says this like, yeah, as in like a question, as in yeah, as in it's good, and you're gonna come with me. You know, out of all the characters, I'd have to say probably Shiori and Yuri are my favorites. Yuri because she reminds me a lot of myself. I know that's not necessarily a good thing, but no one said it was good. I never said that, oh, hey, I'm happy that she reminds me of myself. I just find it easier to relate with her. Okay, now let's continue. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Love that face. Shiori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would be bringing in a new member.
Wow.
Yes. But you can't get mad at a face like that. They put that face there on purpose. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. God, what am I, her mother? I can't tell if Shiori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! Walk her happy ass down the hall. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. It was delicious.
She better be happy that he's a pushover.
I dejectedly follow Shiori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Shiori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Shiori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. When I first heard that marked the state where I knew that at the beginning and through most of this, she was going to be a stuck-up bitch. I'm not kidding either. I swear. She's the passive-aggressive yandere of this group. Not yandere. Tsundere, yeah. She would be closer, Yuri would be closer to a yandere, but not quite fitting the full profile.
The bitch to the left is more yandere.
Yeah, true. Monika's more of a yandere. You know, I kind of feel good. Computer's got the hots for me. Oh, in case any of you are thinking I'm rude, I'm being my host back here is Unknit Clown. Did I say you can say hello to the camera? Funny thing is, you think I'm joking. Alright. Tucker, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
Don't follow.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it! Sorry! Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Shiori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Shiori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. Way to play it cool. Excuse me. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Shiori and Natsuki. Oh well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Tucker. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Yeah, buddy. Play it cool. Monika, probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. The Romans would be proud.
Total crazy ass cunt.
What the hell? I'm trying to do a walkthrough here, or a playthrough, and you're like, crazy cunt. Okay, continue. Not my words, his. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come, sit down, Tucker. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls all have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Shiori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's some space next to Monika and one space next to Shiori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the table where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I sit next to not Yuri. Shiori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Masters. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Be our guest, Put our service to the test. Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate are used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Shiori grabs one first, then Monika, I follow. It's delicious. Shiori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. They could also happen to put in there in like the quotations, stare. Okay. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. Cupcake. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. I got deeper. Sorry about that. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. Made them for you or anything. Yeah, it's not like it's ever used in any other anime in the world. Never. Completely non-canon line right there. Okay. I thought you technically did. Shiori said, well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself be intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Eh? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be the pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Very afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty. Cheese. Well, I guess, samurai. It's my duty to make sure the emperor is safe. As president of the As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods at this Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. Easy for her to say. I like a good book every once in a while. It's gotta be a good book though. None of that Catcher in the Rye stuff. Read something like... I don't know, I read the Aragon series. That was a pretty good book. Or series. It's pretty good. It's kind of sad they didn't make a second movie. Anywho, especially when it's something that doesn't grasp your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted to have the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Tucker, what kind of things do you like to read? Here we go. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I speak without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. You're a sucker for a girl with blue eyes. Haha, her eyes are purple. Haha, thank you for proving my point. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is in such a foreign world is especially impressive. Like The Lord of the Rings, again, another good series. Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, stuff like that. J.R.R. Tolkien, amazing writer. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories like deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Kind of what the game's about. Deep psychological. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have been having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. I see what's going on here. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Oh my god. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Shiori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! What? Oh. Went to history. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. This is coming from our character, who personally himself said that he hasn't really picked up a book in years. Smooth move, X-Lax. Anyway, I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Whiplash. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read someone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other.
Go.
Excuse me.
Hey, fucking rats.
That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Tucker? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Time for me to be a dick. Huh? What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Shiori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought, Tucker. You know, that's a real good way to make a guy feel like a dick right at the beginning of the game. Oh, what the? Oh, no, go away. Postpone, okay. Okay, now that we're back on track. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided that. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lighten up. Yes, I'm so happy! Shiori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for the cupcakes, I was gonna be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess? Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Tucker, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah! Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Find out next time. Just kidding. I'm already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Itsuki clean up their food. Hey Tucker, since we've already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Shiori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stay after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the 2 of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Shiori, Itsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. Literally, even the names. We got Japanese name, Japanese name, Japanese name. More American. Monica. That sounds like that sounds like something I'd walk into a Starbucks and the cashier lady's name is Monica. Anywho, will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls, says the narrator. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever your poem the most. Whoever likes your poem the most. Alright guys, it's time to make a decision. I'm going to go into chat real quick and read all your guys' stuff. And wait a second for my thing to catch up. Oh, okay, there we go. So I would like your guys' opinions on who should I try to go on the storyline with. I can either choose to try to do Natsuki, I can go with Yuri, or I can go with Shiori. I do not have the game set up right now to go on Monica's line, so we'll have to choose from those 3. So, what do you guys think? Should I go with Yuri, Natsuki, or I lost my train of thought. Okay, I got it back. Yuri, Natsuki, or Shiori? I'll even type that in so I can just get people's opinions. Okay, now let's see if we get a bite. No, Shiori is not the pink-headed girl. She is the... I guess you would call it a light brown, I guess? Hold on a second, guys. I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. 5 minutes, I'll be right. Nah, not even 5 minutes, like 30 seconds. It's gonna be like 30 seconds. Okay, be right back. Enjoy the game logo. Ah, no. There we go. No, Yuri? Okay, so the votes have been tied in. Since there's one person in my stream right now. There's one person watching my stream right now. So, oh damn. Give me a second, guys. Okay, now we're... Ah, no! Nope. Okay, there we go. Right there. Okay. So, like, there's one person. There's two people watching, one responded. We have either, what do we say, Shiori or Natsuki. So, I'm gonna go Yuri. Because I'm gonna go with the one that no one won. I'm such a dick. So it looks to me like we're going Yuri. Alright, so we need to pick words off of this list to basically each word lines up with each one of these three. If I remember correctly, Yuri likes very deep, eternal things, so like a tone. She's very deep and dark. I guess that deep, dark, eternal, something like that. She likes cute things in anime. She likes cute things, sweets, anime. She's your typical sugar spice, everything nice, with a real hard front on. And apparently, Shiori likes bittersweet things, so like happy, sad, death, life, stuff like that. So yes, I'm going against the wishes of my viewers. Yuri is very nice, actually. She's... How do I put this? She's a deep character. She's a very deep character, I guess. I better go on with this before I lose, like, both my viewers, so... Okay. What? Okay. So if I remember... Yuri's... how do I put this? Very misunderstood. She's kind of like I was. Doesn't socially fit in. She finds comfort in something that doesn't bite back. Books, for instance. You don't get bit by a book. Unless it's like Harry Potter with those one... What was it? It's from the third one, like it's like a book that looks like a freaking spider. But yeah, that's the only book that bites. Okay, so if I remember a tone, I think it's agonizing analysis. Remember, she's a smart one. Doki Doki is actually her. Because it's an anime thing. Cavette. Secretive. Infinite. Landscape. I think Tenicus. Okay. Fester. I'm trying to go for the harder ones, though, not the obviously scary ones. Ah! I don't recognize any of these. Ah! Stuff and things! Stuff and things! Ah, oh well. I think it's Starscape. Universe. I don't think it's Misery. I think Misery is too simple of a word, so I think it's actually hers. Screw it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Contamination is hers. Lust. Captive. Philosophy. There you go. There's a... who I'm talking to right now specifically knows who I'm talking to. Philosophy. That's a very psychological thing. Very deep. Melancholy. Ah! Okay. I think ambient. Extreme. Okay, there we go. So we had a couple that matched up with Sayori. So, also before we continue, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a comment below. Hell, even hit that like button. Need all the support I can get. Anyway, let's continue. I'm gonna check the comments real quick. Okay, so nothing new. So, hi again, Tucker. Oh, I'm not worried about that. Okay. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I can at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the loop. Holy crap, excuse me. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Tucker. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Shiori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Well, yeah, get over it. And last year, too. Who the hell are you? Where's my last time? Okay. I'm not going to try to make this video. I'm going to try to stop it at about an hour. I'm going to take a small break, then I might start back up again. I want to get kind of far into this game. Might switch over to do something else, I don't know. I'm going to try to split this up into parts. I think after the poem reading is where I'll stop this video. I don't know yet. I think I might stop it just before the poem readings. And then pick up the next video at the beginning of the poem readings. Kind of split it up. Okay, so continue. And last year too. And I don't know if you plan to just come in here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. No kidding. Nasuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Burn! Shots fired! Shots fired! Nasuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Manga is literature! It is literature. Does my guest agree with manga being literature? Is manga literature?
Yes.
Okay,
so
that's
same
three.
with comics.
Well, yeah. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. 1 down, 3 to go. Don't worry, guys. Tucker always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm trying to get with one of these chicks. He literally, like, that was the main thing on his mind before he started writing poems, was getting with one of these chicks. That was really his only motivation. His main motivation, I guess. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. So dependable. Like a knight. I'm a knight of Templar.
Sounds like more of a slave. Okay.
I'm Shiori's bitch. I'm proud of it. Shiori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? There's that face again. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Tucker can become good friends too. Shiori. As usual. Shiori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, you're even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Shiori! Huh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. Come on. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Look at the face. Look at the face right there. Look at the face. She's got that embarrassed anime look-away face.
Oh, fuck. Release. Goddamn gutter rat.
There's such a difference in the games we're playing right now.
Yes.
Okay. Shiori made it sound like a big deal, but it really isn't. What do I do? Huh? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Yeah, get a big head on you. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I will make a big deal out of it. You don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. No! And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she'd think I'd like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I definitely read this. Enthusiastically, I take the book. Whew. Gee, she sounds like she just climbed Mount Everest. Well, I can imagine probably in that kind of situation. Being her and her personality, that probably was climbing Mount Everest. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse from the corner of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap! Shit, fuck, mother... crap. I've been caught in this kind of situation before, my friends. Many a man has been caught in this death trap. You see a cute girl, and you like the way she looks, so you just keep kind of glancing over at her, trying to get your fill of looking at her, examining her beautiful features. Then she notices, and she says something about it. This is officially a lecture club. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks around and glances at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Yeah, your face gives it all away, chick. Chiquita, your face give that giveaway. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Dun dun dun. Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided just to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Portrait of Markov. I wonder if that's an actual real book. You know? Just curious. I think I might look it up. I'll look it up when we're done with this, and when I come back next time, when I start the next one, I'll let you guys know if it's a real book. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front of the cover. Illuminati. I'm sorry, I had to. Oh, come on! Ominous-looking eye symbol on the cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, So her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment lab. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. And no matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yeah, it made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ha ha ha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Tucker? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their own one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm sorry, elephant in the room. I said this when I first started streaming this on Xbox. I stopped because no one ever wanted to watch. This is us. I guarantee it. Yes, this is us. You'll find out. This is us. This book is our character. Okay, continue. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. Well, I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please, stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. If you look close, she has that embarrassed look away look. But she's not looking away, she's looking at us, and she has a tiny smile on her face. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Ahaha, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah? Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling of somewhat comfortable. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't mean to. Sorry. I mean... Ha ha ha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of us. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like our left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open.
Oh, good lord.
I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. One of these scenes, you know, this is like, basically with any visual novel, when the scene changes into something like this, it's kind of like a milestone. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddling even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. No shit! I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me, and my guest is looking over my shoulder, isn't he? Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah? Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. Volitation. I'm pretty sure I got it wrong last time, but just go. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. What the deuce? My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses all the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. Ooh, mannerisms. Fancy words. All them fancy words and all them smart college people. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Tucker, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Damn it! That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know if you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Oh, you know what the fuck I'm saying. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not that. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. That's an H, not a U. Need to go back to high school. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up and make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Shiori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Shiori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other end, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright, everyone. Well, that's where I'm going to end on this. Now I'm going to take a small break. I might start back up. Remember to please subscribe and smack that like button. leave a comment. Always looking for new ideas, games, constructive criticism. I sometimes take it okay. Just don't go excessive. This is only like my second video. Anyway, thank you all you beautiful people. Why did I just say that? Okay. Anyway, goodbye. Get out of here. We're done. Thanks for watching, everyone.